So we have quite a few priorities in the house. There is rain in the forecast and these old windows may not be waterproof. So the plan for today is to refurbish as much as we can in this house. So that will involve refurbishing these shutters, hopefully, and the windows behind. So we've purchased some new panes of glass and we're going to try and take the windows off, clean them up and make them usable again, hopefully. So I've managed to get the two window shutters off with a little bit of banging from a hammer, but they came off quite cleanly, quite tidy, so that's a good start. So I'm going to try and get the windows out if I can. I don't think that's going to be as easy. Go.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's thicker.
Wow. Probably not the best way to do it, but
yeah, much better here.
Glass and forward.
Yeah. Hot here.
So the plan here is to take out the loose pieces from putty, loosen the glass, clean all of this up with the wire brush, and then Sikaflex it in there with the new glass. Safety first. The windows, 3 are out. None of them are salvageable though. It's very thin glass as well, so it's very fragile.
But I'll start on the shutters. I've got my little Bluetti power oak station sitting there in the shade and being powered in. What have we got? Let's have a look. See if we can see. 64 watts coming in. So that's not too bad. And I'm going to sand these down and give them a first coat of paint.
Okay, so that's the first window and all the panes of glass have been removed. Now there's just the other one that needs doing, this one here, so the same again. So this window frame on this side, the putty does seem, well there you go, the putty does seem to be a lot looser than it was on the other side. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it was newer or maybe older. I think it's probably newer putty. So this has been done a little bit more recently, but it's definitely coming out a lot easier and a lot cleaner. You can see here, I haven't got big lumps of putty which I have to scrape out. It's literally just falling out, which is really, really nice. So they've come out quite easily. Took about 5 minutes for both of those. Just going to get this one out, which most of the putty's missing already. And this is just, as I showed there, just breaking off anyway. So these should be a couple of minutes and we should be done.
Famous last words.
Yeah, let's go.
And for the shutters, I've sanded both of them on both sides and all the edges. They are quite rough. And the bits in the 4 sort of squares in the middle, I'm not even sure what that is. To me it's like Conti board, I want to call it Conti board for the like a thick cardboard. So turning them around to the other side, if I come in close, then you'll be able to see what I mean. It's yeah, it's just like pressed flakes, but very dry on the side that's been sun side, so the one that's sat against the window quite brittle. So I'm hoping I'm going to give them a wipe down now with a damp cloth, let it dry, and then try and give them a couple of coats of paint. But there's no nails or anything in them. They've got dowels, and the edges I've got like the shape cut into the centre strut. So I think they're literally doweled and glued together. Haven't found a nail except where the fixings are.
Okay, so that's all the glass taken out of the window frames now. So now it's just a case of giving it a good hoover around, getting all the little bits out, all these little bits and bobs. Then getting some wire wool and wire brush on it, giving it a good clean down, getting it ready for painting. Get it painted, let it dry, and then we'll get the windows in, the new panes of glass in. That'll be fab, but looking good so far. Lunch and then paint.
We're just having a picnic lunch. Some salad, some bread, tomatoes, fake spready cheese.
Okay, so as well as doing the window frames and the windows themselves today, we've also had to do some drilling through the walls to get our cables in for our solar panel and for our Starlink. Turned out to be quite a big hole because the Starlink cable is quite massive.
A very odd shape.
And a very odd shape. So that took a little bit of work to get that through. So, because it was just literally coming through the window here before. So we've made some holes which we'll fill in temporarily now. And then once we've decided if anything else is going to go through the wall, then we can fill it up permanently. But that's another job, so now I've just got to drill another hole through the wall on the other side for the gas cooker. Okay, so another busy day, and we haven't managed to finish all of the window work today. We've managed to get the frames cleaned, sanded, and looking really, really good. And Elaine's been working on the shutters, so we could at least put some shutters on tonight, but I don't think we're going to get the glass in. So, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
So today we're going to get on with the windows and get them painted and the panes of glass into them. So that's quite an exciting morning's work. Probably end up taking all day actually, but yeah. So as you can see, Elaine's already started with the painting. So yeah.
It's not quite as dark as the lid. We thought it would be a darker red, but this is quite what we would call a pillar box red. It's bright red.
So Elaine's done a fabulous job of painting the window frames, looking really, really nice in what we would call a pillar box red, very clean and tidy. So I'm now going to try to fit the window panes into there with some Sikaflex, and hopefully it'll all come together as well as we hoped.
Excellent measuring, Elaine.
Well measured, Elaine.
I'm just going to move you along because all I can see is your elbow.
So I'm just going to put, can you see this? I imagine when that's dry we'll be able to
clean it round, yeah.
Just more about the water, isn't it?
We've finished this for the day now. We got 7 of the 8 in. This one still doesn't have a glass. It was like 2 mil too big, so we couldn't get it in. We even tried putting in the old glass that we took out, but that was still just too big. So this top section, we did fiddle with this one, but I eventually got it in. So this one, there's either something that we can't see or it is literally 2 mil smaller than the rest of them. But it's a bit rough and ready at the moment. The glass is very dirty. Obviously we can't clean it until everything's gone off. But all we need now is some putty to finish off around the edges, and then when that's all really dry I can get it all cleaned and painted, and I'll be able to put some masking tape in to get a nice crisp edge on the painting. But yep, I think they're looking really good. We're all sticky as anything from the Sikaflex, so we're going to try and get all of this off, and my tummy's rumbling, so it must be time for some lunch.
So this is our refurbished windows, and not perfect yet, not finished yet. We've got to do some putty around the edges here and putty on the inside, and then on the inside we're going to do some extra painting just to make it look finished.
Yeah, around the edges.
Right, but compared to what it was, it's looking a lot better. And they actually close quite nicely. So
Closed.
I'll say they close quite nicely. I didn't say they close very nicely. A few adjustments maybe, but nearly there.
I'm just going to leave them, let them dry.
That's better.
Very good.
So yeah, second attempt was slightly better at closing them. So very good. There we go.
It's like where you come for your ice creams.
Yeah, we could sell ice creams through here, couldn't we? Mind you, I think you need a freezer, which we haven't got.
Yeah.
So what could we sell?
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, but you might have to wait 20 minutes because we have to grind each bean separately. But other than that, yes. Okay, very good indeed. Beautiful.